Hello, all you Conan Exile fans out there. It's Granny Gamester back with another beginner's guide to Conan Exiles. And I am playing on the PlayStation 4 single player. And in today's guide, we're going to talk about furnaces. Yeah. And this is one of the earliest crafting stations that you will be able to make in the game. So let's get right to it. Now, this is your first furnace that you are going to be able to make. And you will want to go into your feats and scroll over to Survivalist and then down to Stone Tools, and that's where you will find it. So on the right hand side, you can see that you can get this at level 10. It does require the stone pick. And along with the furnace, you will learn how to make the blacksmith's bench, which will make iron reinforcement, steel reinforcement, and then you will be able to make iron bars, steel bars, and then you'll be able to make the casting table, which will make the glass flask mold for you. Now, once you have that learned, you will be able to craft this in your handcrafting section. So we're going to go over there. We're going to scroll down to your furnace, and you can see that it's going to take 500 stone to make. Yeah. Sounds pretty daunting, but you know, it really goes quite quickly. So let's open this up and take a look at it. So as you can see in the very top section of this furnace panel here, it says current fuel time and burn time. So this furnace takes fuel to work. So you need to either have coal, dry wood, which you can get from cutting down dry trees or dry stumps, or you can put just regular wood in a dryer's rack and get dry wood, or you can just put basic wood in there. Now, most people will start out just putting basic wood in there, but these each have different burn times, and that's what this is going to tell you up here. So we're going to put in basic wood, and as you can see, that's only going to last 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Yeah, not very long. So let's put our dry wood in there and see how long that's going to last. Now that's going to last 10 minutes and 58 seconds, considerable difference. So it's much better to use dry wood. And then we're going to take the coal and put that in there. Now that's only going to last you 8 minutes and 0 seconds, but that's still better than wood. And coal is a little easier to get than the dry wood, but the dry wood does last longer. So let's take these out, and I am going to throw in some more coal here, just so we'll have plenty in there. And you can also see this does take a thrall. You can put a thrall in here, and that supposedly is supposed to increase your speed at which this will craft if you put a thrall in there. So yeah, this fuel duration of this is 14.5% overall, which is not a whole lot. It does not have any speed increases to it. And it does have 20 slots here for you to store everything that you've made. So let's take a look at what this thing can make. Yeah, because over here under crafting on this far right side here, you can see that it tells you only that you can make wood and ironstone in there to make iron bars, but this does much more than that. So let's take a look at what it will do. Now, one of the most interesting things that I think it will do is to make bread. So you want to put plant fiber in here. Then you want to put in leavening agent. Now, leavening agent you can get, I'm going to look on our map here. We can get out of this totally. There we go. Once I roll over and we get some lag here. All right, we want to pull up our map. Now, leavening agent you can get anywhere in here. You'll see it growing, and you can also get it up here. Lots of times I will get it up here while I'm waiting to get my Delincia or black ice or whatever I happen to be doing up here, because there's a fair amount of it here as well as down here. Yeah. So once you put that in there, let's open this back up. You will also want to put in some seeds. Now you want to hit your L2. That will start your furnace working. And as you can see on the right hand side down in the crafting, yeah, it's making bread for me. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, so let's take that out and let's see what else it can do. Now it will also take your goldstone ore that you find. If you throw that in there and hit your L2, it'll make gold bars. Yeah. So let's pop that out. And same with silverstone. You put silverstone in there and start your furnace. It's going to make silver bars for you. Yeah. Very cool. And then also, if you put silver coins in there, pop this out, you can see it will make silver bars from the silver coins. The only thing is it takes 30 coins to make one bar. Yeah. But it's an easy way to make silver bars if you happen to need one for whatever reason. And the same with gold. If you plop gold coins in there for every 30, it will give you a gold bar. Yeah. Now this will also make brick. And to make brick, all you need to do is throw in some stones. Yeah. So for every 10 stones, you'll get 1 brick. So this is going to give me 6. So we're going to pop that out. Now we're also going to pop in some brick because it will also make hardened brick for you. So to do that, you need to pop in some brick and some stone consolidate. Now stone consolidate you are going to get from your fireball cauldron, which is another item that you will make early game. And as you can see in the crafting section over here on the right hand side, if I scroll all the way to the right, it's stone consolidate, and that takes 2 resin and 2 plant fiber. Not terrible to make. And the resin again you can get by chopping down trees with your pick, and you can also get it as a byproduct from the dryer's bench if you put wood in the dryer's rack. It's not a bench, it's a rack. The byproduct will be dry wood and resin. Yeah, so that's how you get that. So let's open this back up, and as you can see, I have gotten 3 hardened brick from that. Now if you put crystal in there, you can see it's going to make glass from the crystal. Yeah. So 2 pieces of crystal is going to give you 1 piece of glass. Now it also will make steel bars. So to make steel bars, you need to put in some steel fire. And to get that, you need to go to your fireball cauldron, and you need to craft tar and brimstone together to make the steel fire. So as you can see, you have to actually select the steel fire. It'll tell you how many it will make for you, and then you hit your L2 to start it working, and then you'll have your steel fire. Yeah. So the combination of iron bars, it takes 1 steel fire and 5 iron bars. Let's see, we put our iron bars in there. Where'd we go? Oh, here we are. We're way over here. So we're going to throw those in. And all right, so we're going to have to go inside and get some steel bars. I didn't bring any of the steel fire out. So let's go grab some. You get a little peek at my base this way. Now, I usually have this in one of these slots here. Do I have one here? And no, and no. Okay, so maybe we have some over here in our cauldron. Yes, we do. We've got plenty. All right, so let's grab that. And we will pop that in and hit the L2, and there you go. Now it's making steel bars for me. Yeah. Now it will also make hardened steel bar. Now to make hardened steel bar, you need to put in 1 steel bar and 1 black ice. Yeah, so we're going to plop the black ice in there, hit the L2, and there you go. It's now making hardened steel bar. Now to make star metal bars, you need to put in brimstone, which we don't have any of that, do we? Do we have some in here? Yes, we have some in here, so we're just going to take that. Going to put in some brimstone. You need star metal ore and black ice. Now, star metal ore is from star metal meteors, and those fall in this area up here. And that's from here to here to here is where they're going to be meteor showers where you can get this star metal. Yeah, right in this area. And those are a little difficult to get. I am going to do a video on that next, a how-to on how to get star metal, because there are a few different ways that you can do it. But once you are able to do that, you are able to make star metal bars in your furnace. So let's go ahead and do that. And as you can see, for the 34 that I've got in there, I can make 17 of these. Yeah. So that's how you make those. So that's everything that these furnaces will do. They do a lot, actually. And then you have different kinds of furnaces here. So yeah, and let's go through each one of these. Now, this one is your improved furnace. Now, you can get this at level 30. So let's take a look at the different kinds that you can get at different levels. So let's go down to our stone tools because they're all here. And this improved furnace you can get at level 30. You must have the steel pick to do this as well. And you can also make the improved blacksmith's bench once you learn this one. And then there is the Grandmaster Smelter, which you can make at level 55, but you have to be able to make the star metal pick to get this. And along with this, you will also be able to make the fuel efficient furnace. And I'm going to show you the differences between these. So this is the improved furnace. Now the crafting speed with this does not change at all, but the fuel duration does. So let's go ahead and put in this 250 pieces of coal here and see just how long. That's going to last me 3 hours and 28 minutes. Yeah. So there is a 42.9% increase above your basic furnace to make iron bars here. So in other words, it doesn't go faster, but the fuel lasts longer in this furnace. And this furnace also has 20 slots to it. Now this little furnace right here, for those of you who like to build small, you might want to go through the effort of getting this little beauty. Now, at first, when I first got it, I go, well, man, it doesn't do anything different, you know, doesn't it make something different? And no, it doesn't do any of that. But the nice thing about this little thing is that the crafting speed is increased by 42.9%, and the fuel duration is increased to 75%. Yeah, and it has 60 slots in it. Yeah, so you can also store a lot in here. So let's go ahead and see for these 250 pieces of coal. I've got 4 hours and 15 minutes of burn time. And as you can see on the right hand side on the bottom, how fast it's making these bars. Yeah, It's much, much quicker. Now, the only thing is that to get this, you have to go to the unnamed city with fragments of power. And as I showed in one of my previous videos, that when you go to the unnamed city, right next to the alchemist, you'll see a large bookcase with scrolls in it. And if you step up to that, it'll tell you that you can get a chance to make dozens and dozens of different items. And this is one of the chance items that you will get for the fragment of power. And it's worth trying for. Again, it's just a chance that you will get this. But if you do, I think it's well worth it. For two reasons. Not only does it burn more efficiently and quickly, but it's small. So if you have a small base, it's worth getting. These two guys, let's move on to these. Now, this one is your heat efficient furnace. So this one, the crafting speed on this one is a 350% increase. Yeah, so it makes them really fast, but the fuel duration time is a lot less. So as you can see, for these 250 pieces of coal, I'm only going to get 33 minutes and 20 seconds of burn time. Yeah, that's it. And then it's gone. But look at how fast it makes the iron bars. Yeah, look at how fast that's going. But you can also see, so is my fuel. So, yeah, I'm not impressed with that, really. I don't need to make it that fast unless I'm really in a hurry. And this thing is quite large. Yeah. And then we have this little beauty, which is the fuel efficient furnace. Now, this one, oh, and this one, by the way, has 30 slots in it. Yeah, which is, I guess you could call that a bonus there. This one has 40 slots. And as you can see, the coal in here, the same amount of coal, 250, is going to burn for 9 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah. So the fuel duration is 300% in this furnace. So the fuel will last a long time, but it doesn't do it as fast. Yeah. So in my opinion, between all of these, this little guy is the best. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It increases your fuel duration by 75%, and it also increases your crafting speed by 42. Yeah. So, you know, it's not the fastest. It doesn't have the best burn time, but it has the best average of all three, and its size is really a big bonus. So, yeah, if I were looking for something on a smaller scale and actually comparable to these big, huge furnaces, that's the one I would try for, even though it took me the fragment of power challenge to get. That's what I would probably do. Yeah, but it's up to you. You have 5 different choices here, ways to go, and yeah, whatever works for you. But again, that's the differences in the furnaces. They all make the same items. The only difference between them all is the time it takes to make the product and the fuel time that it takes or burns to make the product. Yeah. So, all right, guys, if you found this helpful, give me the big old like. And if you'd like to see more, just subscribe. And if you hit that little bell, you'll be notified when I post my next video. And I will leave a link to my beginner's guide at the end of this video. And also, I will give you a link to some other things that you might find interesting. So, all right, guys, until next time, GG out.